it takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. Oh, 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 we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
Oh yeah! Welcome back, Summoners, to the 2018 Bacchus Pro Gaming Series Spring Playoffs. So, wow, what a game that we had earlier. Talagang ramdam ko yung yan kanina eh. But
Yeah, ramdam ko rin yun eh.
You feel that, man? Yeah. So, but of course, nonetheless, bago pa natin pag-usapan yan, pakilala muna kami bilang casters niyo for Game 4 Arctic at Yo, Sirs, Mama, syempre, kasama ngayon si Chisto.
Yeah, and I think yun yung pinakamatagal na game natin so far for this PGS split. And saktong-sakto yung mga Ohian Revolt. I'm pretty sure the viewers as well, every time na nag-engage si Shanna on that Alistar, sobrang satisfying tignan ng mga 3-man knockup. Pero unfortunately, kinulang yung BRE despite those great engages. In the end, IPT ang nagwagi and now they are on match point headed into Game 4.
Man, that game was absolutely intense. Probably one of the best yet for the spring season. Pero syempre, with that game right there, gaya nga ng sabi ni Chisto, Imperium Pro Team looking pretty good. Gaya nga ng napapag-usapan natin behind the scenes kanina na whoever wins this game right here, sila yung may momentum, sila yung mas positive ang mindset heading into this Game 4. And of course, that's pretty good for Imperium Pro Team, guy. Kasi gaya nga nagsabi natin, just one win keeps them away from proceeding to the semifinals.
Yeah, pero ayun nga, feeling ko the reason why that game went so intense is because during the early phases, BRE yung lamang eh. They had the early game advantages. They were the ones picking up the Barons. They had all of the Dragons in the game. Pero hayaan na muna natin yung nangyari no last game. Tignan natin ano mangyari for this pick and ban phase.
Yes, there we go. Looking straight off the bat, medyo nagkakaroon na ng diversity dito as far as what bans we're seeing from both sides.
Yeah, so mukhang hindi pa binan ng IPT yung Skarner dito, which is one of the champions that they have banned in their previous games. Tignan natin though, Barcex Rage Esports are hovering the Camille at the moment. Will be picked up here by Lando. So no more Camille from Suzuko. I think during that previous game, Suzuko was one of the key members of IPT. Even though he was fairly behind during the early phases, once he got to scale, once he got to Sterax gauge, he just was impossible to burst down by the members of BRE, and I think that was one of the key factors in IPT picking up the win. And now IPT have hopped onto the Zaya and Skarner combo.
So of course, I guess with what happened during the banning phase nga kanina, nagkaroon ng instance na BRE, they had to choose, are we gonna take the Camille or are we just gonna leave the Skarner open? So yun nga nakita natin with the Camille taken by BRE, they did opt to take the Skarner, but looks like makikita natin ulit ang Olaf ni XDXP.
Yeah, we're gonna get to see yung Olaf nga ni XDXP, which really was the thing that carried BRE for the second game where they won. But yeah, it looks like it is the Olaf, but we won't be able to see the Galio as it is banned away by IPT. And speaking of IPT, they aren't gonna pick up the Zaire Rakan combo. They opted for Braum as their support.
Interesting, bro. And of course, well, quick review of the second rotation of bans here. So, nandun yung respeto sa supports na pwedeng i-pick ni Shana. So, Alstar and Tomkench taken off the board. Interesting.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see how they will round out their comps here. It looks like it's going to be another Shen support game for Shana. So that's what they will be bringing versus the Zaya and Braum. But Jaime has locked in his signature pick, the LeBlanc. And I'm pretty sure, Arctic, you know, this is one of Jaime's best champions. And I think this is just right because this is a do-or-die game for Barcex Rage Esports. Kung gusto pa nilang umabot sa semifinals ng PGS, they can't go down here. They need to force that game 5. And the response from IPT is the Kassadin from Light in the mid lane. And this is a great matchup for the Kassadin because he does outscale the LeBlanc pretty heavily. And he will be building fairly tanky. So there's gonna come a point in this game where it's gonna be incredibly difficult for Jaime to take down his matchup unless he gets ahead. So BRE putting all of their lives on the line on probably the signature picks here.
Man, Barca X-Rage Esports, they're really pulling off the stops here for what they've drafted para sa game na to, which they very well should, because this could be the last opportunity that they have to salvage this series. Gaya nga ng sabi ni Chisto. So we'll just have to see though. I'm very interested in seeing just how well Jaime is on this LeBlanc even after his TIP days kung saan parati siyang binaban out actually nung LCL days niya. So with this though, on a pro level, that's of course gonna be a different story as to how this will pan out. So syempre sa mga nanonood ngayon, nakita niyo naman kung gaano ka-intense yung series natin. Be sure to cheer on kung sino ang sinusuportahan niyo sa series na to. Hashtag BRE win ba para sa Barca X-Rage Esports or hashtag IPT win para sa All Hail Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, sobrang excited ako na makita kung paano mag-pan out tong Game 4 because main Arctic, after that last game, gusto ko talagang umabot sa Game 5 to eh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That would be the cherry on top, a great conclusion.
Gusto kong
to this match
marinig
here.
yung silver scrapes tapos umabot talaga tayo dun because that would just be an epic conclusion to this quarterfinal and man, we get to see it here.
Ito, mag-agree tayo. Kapag pag nasa Nexus na, kung umabot sa point na manalo Barca X-Rage Esports dito, and binabasok na nila yung Nexus, ikaw ang mag-queue ng silver scrapes pag natapos na yung game na BRE.
Sige.
Kung IPT win, ako ang magtatapos.
Sige.
Yan. So, I think you guys.
Plano na tayo.
So, let's check it out guys. At tingnan na natin kung sino ang magkakaroon ng huling hirit before the Nexus falls. Ako ba o si Chisto? I guess it'll depend. This is just very, very intense. Pero in all fairness, whatever happens here, I think both teams should be very proud of themselves. Napaganda ng showing nila in this quarterfinal. So, let's go ahead and find out. Will BRE be able to force it into a Game 5 against IPT? Let's head on out onto the red. At ayan na nga po mga kaibigan, this is just getting all the more intense. Hope you guys still have energy to watch this game as we head into Game 4 between Barca X-Rage Esports versus Imperium Pro Team. Baka kailangan nyo ng backups guys to survive this game, so be sure to get a gulp right there. Let's head on into the action.
Ay, Ops, nakita sila nung ward na nilagay ni Shadow, so lucky enough they will avoid any level 1 cheese by Barca X-Rage Esports. And since nakita nila everyone went bot lane, hate can place a ward on Barca X-Rage Esports blue buff.
Yeah, just a small response right there coming in from Imperium Pro Team. Meanwhile, they are gonna make a move here towards top. Jaime getting a few hits there onto hate. Nothing that just a few small scratches lang naman.
Yeah, konti lang yan. Kalmahan muna natin Arctic. I mean, intense nga yung last game pero nagsisimula pa lang tayo para sa Game 4 na to. Konting thumbs up galing kay Jaime. Will signal na okay lang sila because after a 60-minute game, syempre nakakapagod yun.
Yeah.
And I think the break they had was around 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, around that
the
much.
game. Nakakapagod yun ah.
Tsaka isipin mo kumbaga yung minutes na yon, syempre hindi lang sila yung tipong nagpahinga lang. Syempre, pinag-uusapan nila ano yung pwede natin gawin going into the next game. So talagang, this is pretty much a roll through for both teams. And dito talaga nasusukat yung stamina ng BRE tsaka ng IPT.
And if you're BRE at the moment, this is a kind of an all or nothing game for you. Whereas IPT, even if they drop this game, it means that they have another chance to move on to the semi-final stage. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure ngayon sa Barca X-Rage Esports to not lose this game.
Ooh, Jaime trying to walk into at least get a return hit onto Light, but Light of course not giving him the opportunity at time and day at all dito sa mid lane.
Yeah, and speaking of this mid lane, it really rides a lot on Jaime getting the leads that he needs on this LeBlanc because LeBlanc as a champion, she's very, very snowbally pero kailangan niya yung tulong ng jungler niya to get ahead even more. We need XD to visit the mid lane, especially bago mag-level 6 si Light.
Exactly.
Kasi pag nag-level 6 na tong Cassidy, may hirapan ng todo yung Olaf to lock him down because they don't have enough CC, especially it's just a LeBlanc and really don't have any stuns there. It's only just a root. And yun nga, once Kassadin gets his ult, it's very hard to gank him. So if there was a window for them to punish him early, it would definitely be between level 1 to 5.
Exactly. And actually, yun pa lang yung inisip ko nung drafting phase pa lang na after the first rotation of picks, I was expecting, okay, maybe they're gonna choose something with a little bit more reliable, heavier CC. But in fact, opting for that LeBlanc right there, that's a risk in itself I'd say high risk, but with very high rewards kung mapull up to ni Jaime within the first few minutes.
He is fairly ahead here though. Mukhang na-outshove niya yung Kassadin as XDXB will find hate in the jungle. I don't think Skarner would be interested to take this 1v1 versus the Olaf.
No, definitely not at all, Chisto, but still, at the end of the day, we're seeing a lot of movement here from XDXP though, in all fairness.
Yeah, he is constantly invading hate here, and the fact that his solo laners are pushing in the members of IPT, Jaime has lane pressure, Lando has lane pressure, that allows the Olaf to invade with no hesitation because he knows that his laners can back him up if a fight does start. And look at this, he's constantly bullying hate.
Man, he's just really wanting to make sure na just to do anything that he can to set back itong si Hate within these first few minutes or even levels actually.
Yeah, and the thing with that, if Hate pulls his laners to try and help out from the invading Olaf, that means that his laners will be denied CS, will be denied experience. So BRE are playing the early phases of this match well, where they're really making use of the advantages that they have to enable XTXT to constantly go for these invades.
Meanwhile, looking here towards this bot side as we head on down. Ardai, quite dangerous right there. Meanwhile, Foxy Jaime, he's going to get quite a bit of damage there onto Light. XDXP going to connect an axe, but still that will force Light in an unfavorable circumstance with the HP. We'll back away. We'll make a recall.
Oh, laban to.
Yes, that is going to be a little bit of a face-off right there. XCXB takes quite a bit of damage from Hate. He might want to back away, but no, that will be First Blood. Unfortunately, hindi nakaresponde si Jaime in time as First Blood goes to Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, that's a great find by Hate. Able to assassinate the Olaf. So very interesting sequence of events there. Top lane.
Ooh, in the midst of everything so far. Looking good there for IPT. That does force Lando to back away as well. Not a bad build-up. Let's go ahead and see how IPT will build up from this.
Yeah, and pagkatapos nung First Blood na yun from Hate in the jungle, it actually puts the Skarner fairly ahead here, especially in experience where when you're playing the Skarner, yung iniisip mo is, kailangan ko mag-level 6 kagad, so I get that impale, and this early to the game, wala pang champion na nakabuild ng QSS. You really can't escape once I ult them, so that's a great pickup for Hate. He's already one level ahead of the Olaf.
And in the midst of that, kind of mirroring kung ano yung ginagawa ni XDXP kanina na invades, this will kind of set back XDXP to an extent because siya yung nagsuffer ng casualty ng First Blood kanina, plus the fact that losing on a few camps that Hate has taken dito sa
He
bot
is
side.
stuck here though. Hate does have his flash.
We'll have to
Will
sacrifice
Basco
his
away.
flash. Yep.
Mamba out muna siya dun.
Will be
Teleport
Jaime
as well, though.
That will be teleport. Hate will get rooted. That's 3 members of BRE converging onto him, but Shanna at the end of the day gets the kill.
That's kind of unfortunate na napunta yung kill dun sa support ng BRE, but still that is a kill onto the jungler. So even though there was an advantage, now that's gone because they practically traded the kill. So medyo greedy si Hate dun na he didn't get out in time, but great response as well galing sa BRE where Jaime burned his teleport just to lock down this corner.
Really good play right there, but still this just kind of balances out the scoreboard here. Kill though did go to Shanna though. I don't think it was the most ideal kung ikukumpara mo sa two other people that were in the midst of that chase. But still, it's like a kill is a kill.
Yeah, Jaime would have been extremely happy to pick up the kill, especially pinag-usapan natin kung gaano ka snowbally of a champion to LeBlanc na kailangan talaga niya lumamang if BRE wants a chance to win this game because Cassidy will outscale LeBlanc, especially in the late game. Light has gotten through his first 5 levels without being punished by the mid and jungle duo of BRE, and like we mentioned, mahirapan si Jaime dito to actually lock down Light and get a kill onto this Cassidy. So it looks like Light has survived the early phases. Now though, Hate, he still has no flash.
Oh, Shanna was just waiting at that rush, spotting out Hate, was passing by. Looks like the numbers are in the advantage of BRE right now, but XDXP gets obliterated by Ivelus, but things aren't done just yet. Arda, he's trying to back away. Shadow and Ivelus, they're continuing to pursue him, but that does isolate both Jaime as well as Shanna. Shanna takes quite a bit of damage. She goes down. That's going to be 2 members of BRE. Down they go. Jaime, he's trying to run this out, but with members of IPT onto him, does manage to take down Shadow. Goes for the flash away, still trying to run it out, but Light in pursuit of him. Double kill for Ivelus, and at the end of the day, that does end in a 2-4-3 in favor of BRE.
Yeah, sobrang messy nun, but it all started from XDXP calling for a blue buff invade, and actually XDXP also went down, so that's actually a 4-for-2 in favor of IPT. So that's a great pickup by them, and I think the key thing there was their target selection was on point. Tignan mo yung BRE, they were split up in who they were focusing in that skirmish, whereas IPT were all focusing the same target. XDXP was immediately bursted down, and without the Olaf being a threat anymore, IPT was just able to clean up the rest of that fight.
Yeah, not the best start here for Barcy XRH Esports, but all the more so for Imperium Pro Team on the opposite end of things. This is kind of tricky kasi gaya nga ng nasabi natin, would have been ideal kung makapag-pop off kung si Jaime within the earlier phases through the assistance of XTXB. At kung isipin mo, Light at level 6 right now, he's gonna be all the more of a slippery target to just take down in this lane. Just needs to rift walk away in the midst of danger, and that's good to go.
Yeah, and speaking of popping off Arctic, after that skirmish, si Ivalis nakakuha nung karamihan ng kill. Is now 3-0-1 on this Zaya, building quickly towards an Essence Fever, who already has BF Sword. Compared to Arda, only has the Man Immune, will still be building up that item. Pinapascale pa niya.
And this is the good thing here for Ivalis. I mean, if this
Oh.
game ends in a 3, that's gonna be an initiate. Coming in from RC XRH Esports, Ivalis gonna go for the ultimate. Is potentially gonna get the route onto the rest of BRE, but no, actually holds off for a bit. Shadow will go down as a casualty though, but XDXB taking quite a bit in exchange. That's gonna be the stun. That will be Stand United coming in from Shanna for the save though. That will just be the support for IPT taken down, but still, a kill is as good as nothing.
Yeah, ang ganda ng proactivity ng BRE dun. Even after a failed skirmish around the blue buff, they were still able to go for a gank in the bot lane, punishing the flashless support of IPT. They need more of this though if they want to get ahead in this game, because they will get outscaled eventually by the comp of IPT. BRE, kailangan talaga nilang gamitin yung early game advantages na innate dun sa kanilang champions na pick dito.
Yeah, and that's the heavily risky thing with what Barcy XRH Esports is maneuvering around right now. I mean, in previous games, we've had them run compositions na talagang medyo nakasalalay yung success ng comp nila based sa kung ano maging performance nila sa early game.
In the last game, that was the
last
case.
game, yeah,
And they got
actually.
outscaled. Even if everyone was full items, the late game really just favored IPT. And looking here, it's the same scenario. BRE needs to get ahead if they want to have any relevance toward the mid to late game. So kailangan talaga nila lumamang during these early phases. Kailangan lang abusuhin yung fact na their champions have the early game advantage.
And you know what worries me here though is that in comparison to earlier, I'd consider this overall composition na meron ng Barcy XRH Esports all the more riskier if they can perform in the earlier phases because of the limits of what they have sa kung ano meron yung composition nila versus what tools IPT has to counter that.
I wonder though, IPT, they're taking the Scuttle Crab here, but jungler is bot lane. Nakita ng BRE yun, but they didn't pull the trigger yet, even though they know that IPT do not have flashes.
There is definitely that hesitation, but then again, I guess we can kind of attribute that to the fact that kung titingnan mo yung vision ng Barcy XRH Esports, it's not really shining bright right now. So I guess there is a little bit of a holdback here.
Things have slowed down here compared to that last game.
Yep,
Last game was definitely bloody, super intense, where they just constantly kept fighting, and BRE just kept pushing the tempo because they needed to win in the early phases. But unfortunately in this game, the champions that need to be ahead, such as the LeBlanc, such as the Camilo, Hate has flash. She can catch Arda here.
Oh, are they gonna go for it? So Hate actually does go in, flashes in and turret. That's so much damage onto Arda. It just gets obliterated. Ivalis is now on a heavy rampage right there. BRE, they're gonna continue to go for the chase, but no targets taken down. Looks like Ardai will suffer as the one casualty for nothing.
Yeah, even though Ezreal is a slippery champion, my words are slipping a bit, but yeah, no QSS this early into the game means Hate can just not hesitate and flash on any target he chooses, will lock him down. So that will delay this Ezreal from scaling. That's very fortunate for IPT.
Whew, at the end of the day though, this is looking crazy. Ivalis is just spiraling out of control in this game. 4-0-1 on this Saya, and it's gonna be tricky to deal with. And I guess for Imperium Pro Team, in the bigger scheme of things, this would be a pretty good way for Ivalis to go in this quarterfinals if this does end in a 3-1. In this switcheroo situation that Hayden Ivalis went through in jungler in marksman position. So
yeah, and I think pinag-usapan din nila Vulcan to ng earlier games, Arctic, na it's not about Hate jungling that will be the deciding factor kung mananalo yung IPT sa series. It's gonna be the way that Ivalis plays AD carry, because siya yung bago dito. Hate has played jungle before, whereas Ivalis, this is a completely alien environment to him. But now in this fourth game, match point for IPT. He's currently 4-0-1 on this Zaya and looks poised to carry.
Oh, the snipe coming in from Ardai though. Take Shadow, but then again, you also have to put like she's just kind of like shocked right now.
Honestly,
You
didn't
guys can
expect
see.
him to die.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day though, it's an A-OK consolation prize para dito sa bot lane ng BRE. It's just that, sure, you can take down Shadow, but you have to still take
They
into
can
account
take the
where
turret
Ivalice is.
here.
Oh, actually, now that you mention it, Ivalice is
Some
slowly
chip
making
damage
his way.
on it.
Won't be enough, though, unfortunately, but that's pretty substantial.
Yeah, look at the buy here from Arda. He opted to buy Glacial Shroud for the extra armor and cooldown, so that definitely helps Edgen, especially since the Xayah is ahead. It'll deny some of the damage that Ivalice can put out here, but Ivalice already has his Essence Reaver, and yan yung resulta nung mga gank na ginagawa talaga ng IPT dito, trying to get their bot lane ahead. So it looks like Arda still needs a bit more items to start these fights. Need to be careful. Arcane shifting in as well.
Definitely. I mean, we do know Arda is one of those marksmen that is pretty gutsy, I'd say. Minsan, gutsy in a good way kasi minsan yung kalaban pa mismo ang umaayaw na mag-risk na makipaglaban sa kanya. But gutsy sometimes a lot more so in the wrong way wherein he gets cut off quite a bit amidst that aggression.
Alam mo, feeling ko pag matapang ka, that's always a good thing, Arctic. And na
Yeah.
talagang hindi ka natatakot. It's just you need to be smart about it.
Right.
Dun naghihiwalay, dun nag-differentiate yung matatapang na matatalino and yung matatapang na hindi masyadong matatalino. Where yung hindi masyadong sila yung napapunish nun. So, let's just have to wait and see as the game will progress.
I like that point that you brought up there though. Kumbaga, if you're gonna think about it, at least based on experience, I'd rather work with a person probably pushes the envelope too much sometimes than someone that is a bit more restrained. Kasi at least with someone that pushes it a bit more, andun na yung confidence, you just need to train him to reel it back just a bit.
Pushes the envelope. It's
Yeah.
the first time I've heard that saying, Arctic.
Okay. Now, you learn
It's
something every day.
It's a bit too deep for me. I really do. But yeah, it looks like we will have a bit of a pause in the game. So far, it is IPT with the initiative. Sila yung lamang dito sa game na to, all from Ivalice being 4-0-1 on the Xayah. We will be getting back very soon. Jaime trading with light.
Ooh, a little bit of trades right there, but take note, Jaime a little bit more lower in terms of mana. Will have to restrain himself a bit. Will regenerate through Corrupting Potion, pero just gonna back away there, won't be continuing.
Didn't
Lingering
Chain
though.
go through light?
Sure
I
did.
wonder though. I think Jaime was trying to predict Light jumping away, but Light was snared. So very interesting trade. I think Jaime did still win that. Lando though trying to recall.
Yeah, man. I mean, looking towards topside low, because a lot of the action na nangyayari so far dito sa Summoner's Rift, guys, was pretty much through mid to bot lane. We haven't really seen as much towards topside. If anything, these assists coming here from Suzuko, I'm assuming, is through yung ultimate niya. But looks like we will finally see some
Speaking of
action here towards
ultimates.
the top side. I am actually going to help out Lando here since Suzuko taking quite a bit of damage. I don't think he can salvage the fight. That will be the remove Skirby. But will it be enough though? He is quite low. Jaime is still in pursuit, but man, looks like Jaime's gonna go for it. Will he survive to tell the tale though? Wow, Stan United save from Chana, and that will end in 1-0.
Yeah, gusto ko yan galing sa BRE. Hindi natin mapatay yung Cassidy. Why not go for the gangplank? And they burn a lot of resources. They still did get it. Now, Hate, he's gonna try to go for the bot lane. Gusto talaga niyang habulin si Ardai.
Yeah, tries to go for it. Ardai gets the speed boost through the heal, but looks like XDXB might be the one in an unfavorable situation, and dito that will be the stun. Ivalice continuing to pursue. Now unstoppable. Man, 5-0 in one on this side. He's on fire.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of a flash here. I think XDXB would have been dead regardless, but yeah, great patience by Hate. Inantay niya mag-timeout yung Ragnarok ni Olaf before using his Impale, so sigurado yung CC. And once tumama yung ult ng Skarner, just really, there's no moving from that. The Winter's Bite as well from the Braum, and the ultimate expended as well. Walang takas si XDXB dun.
In the midst of this, though, I'm wondering ano kaya magiging solution ng Barcy XRH Esports dito sa Xayah ni Ivalice. He's just popping off like insane in this game. Whatever doubt that we had as far as Ivalice potentially falling back as a marksman, I think we could safely say it's kind of fizzled at this point.
Yeah, I
He's
think
performing
merong
beautifully.
maraming tanong na nasagot dito as the series has progressed, because in game 1 and 2, we kept asking ourselves, how will Hate perform in the jungle? Can Ivalice be a better AD carry than Hate during IPT's regular season? And I think it's pretty clear here that Ivalice can perform on this role. It's just, can they finish this game out? Can they finish this game? Because in the previous game, Barcy had the lead but they weren't able to finish, whereas IB now they have a lead. Ang tanong talaga is kung matatapos ba nito, but they do look poised towards that.
Yeah, I think the tricky part here for BRE is that hindi siya yung kasing solid nung early game nila nung game 3. it's a little bit more equally panned out for both sides. And gaya nga ng sinasabi natin, Jaime, it would have been much more ideal if he had this heavy snowball. He has an okay standing right now. Not stellar though.
Yeah, he is ahead quite a bit. I mean, kapag na-combo pa rin ni Jaime si Ivalice, kayang-kaya pa rin niyang ma-one-shot yung Xayah if he's able to land everything as BRE look to take down the bot lane outer turret. This is the first start of the game. They're expending a lot of members for this.
Exactly, members of BRE. That's quite a bit of damage there that Shanna is taking. That will be the shutdown finally coming in from Jaime to take down Ivalice. Meanwhile, the rest of BRE, they are going to try to disperse as IPT continues to chase them down. Suzaku meets up with Arda here. True shot Barrage unfortunately does not channel enough to be thrown out there. Unstoppable XDXP is, but question is, no, he goes down at the end of the day in what ends as a 4-4-1, if I'm not mistaken, in favor of Imperium Pro Team all here.
Yeah, a messy dive by BRE. I think there was miscommunication there. Half of their team was focused on taking down champions while the other half was focused on taking down the tower. Unfortunately, kinulang yung damage because the minions were cleared out. The backdoor protection came out so that the tower did not fall down instantly, but before we headed into this quick pause, Lando was able to secure the first start of the game before IPT was able to brute force the one down bot after that one team fight.
Small consolation prize right there. Let's go ahead and look at the positives for BRE. They did get first turret. Jaime getting the assassination onto Ivalice right there. But then again, the numbers as far as number of casualties, definitely on IPT side,
Oh.
plus this turret right here, but teleport
Speaking of
coming
numbers, this is
in.
2 versus 1.
Lando, let's see how gutsy he can be. That's going to be 3 members he has to deal with. Gets knocked up, but the damage is just too much. Jaime coming in from the backline. Lando is continuing to back away, but looks like Jaime going to prevail with all the damage on the roll on this LeBlanc. And that's going to be 2 members of Imperium Pro Team take it down.
Teka, sinabi ko ba na 3 versus 1 yun? I kind of lied. It was actually a 3 versus 3. It was actually even numbers because there was a stand united and the teleports as well from Jaime. So even if IPT were able to take the tower, that's more kills on the LeBlanc, and they're definitely happy with this.
Exactly, and good response there coming in from both Jaime as well as Shauna. Having the focus to have noticed that happening right away a few seconds later, that could have spelled a bit of a problem there for Lando because of the great lockdown from IPT.
Oh no,
Overall,
Light can chase on Jaime here.
oh, that's gonna be dangerous right there. Light, he's on Jaime's case. Jaime's trying to back away, but looks like hinay muna. Hihinay muna si Light dito.
The Dragon as well went down to BRE, so they're
Wow.
taking objectives. They took the top lane outer turret, they took the bot lane outer turret as well. And the Cloud Drake, given that the map has already opened up so much, this Cloud Drake just benefits them, helps them in moving around the map, helps them with roaming. So many objectives going over to BRE side. They're the team that actually has the gold lead kahit na sila yung behind sa kills.
Grabe yung action na nakikita natin so far within these first 19 minutes. But of course, with these 19 minutes, take note, mag-up na ang Baron Nashor. This is gonna be massive. Especially kung i-consider mo yung nangyayari so far. Equal yung playing field as far as gold goes for both Barcelona Rage Esports and Imperium Pro.
Speaking of equal playing fields, mukhang in a Camille versus Gangplank matchup, it's not that even of a playing field, Arctic, because looking at the members of IPT, walang tao sa lineup nila na kaya mag-side lane 1v1 laban kay Lando. They need to send more than one member to deal with this Camille. So I really want to see Barca X-Ray Cheese, which use this fact, use Lando to split push, force the members of IPT to separate, and then look for picks that way. Use the separation to find openings for Jaime to assassinate people on this LeBlanc.
Exactly. But meanwhile, looks like...
Oh, where did that go?
Let's see. It looks like that will happen towards the Baron side right there. We're seeing a 1-for-1. Both junglers have been taken down from BRE and IPT respectively.
Yeah, and even though it was on the Baron side, with both junglers going down, I don't think any team is interested to take that objective. Sobrang aga pa into the game. Baron did just spawn. But yeah, I think BRE still needs to constantly make use of the fact that nobody from IPT can 1v1 Camille at this stage of the game. Kahit sinong mag-lane para i-match si Lando, it's practically suicide because he will destroy anyone who comes to face him 1v1.
I think as the precaution here, I'd love to see Barca X Rage Esports really starting putting it into overdrive. Kasi ang medyo tricky dito para sa Barca X Rage Esports. Medyo magiging alanganin ulit if it comes to the point wherein like we saw in Game 3 na it just goes all the way into later phases of the game. Let's say 30-40 minute mark wherein IPT just starts to build up amazingly. That's what BRE wants to avoid.
Yeah, but we are still 10 minutes away from that. 21 minutes into the game. Looking at XDXP here, during his game his earlier game with the Olaf, he absolutely popped off 100% kill participation. But in this game, he's not having the same time. Hindi siya nag-enjoy. 0-5-4 siya on Olaf. Hindi masaya as Shadow. He does have his flash.
Indeed, that will be the knockup onto two members of Barca Extraction Esports. Pero intense sila na mahabol itong si Shadow. Shadow takes so much damage. Ardai will eventually get the kill. Ivalis will manage to back away though. There's still a little bit of a scratch there coming in from BRE, but that's going to be one member down. Parsing through Protein. Let's see what BRE does.
Yeah, ito ang kailangan gawin ng BRE since they know that they can separate the members of IPT. They can constantly go for these skirmishes in the jungle. They are going to be favored with this because they do have a LeBlanc that is picking up quite a bit of kills here. Now, they really need to accelerate the game because they don't want IPT to scale. Ayaw nilang hayaan na makapag-farm sila on this castle. And ayaw nilang hayaan na si Shadow, he gets tanky enough na hindi na siya kayang i-burst down ni Jaime on this LeBlanc. So, BRE need to constantly up the pressure, really try and choke out IPT.
Meanwhile, take note, Imperium Pro Team knowing very well that BRE, they're gonna want to try to amp up the volume. Nakikita na rin natin yung proactivity ng IPT na mag-set ng vision more defensive towards their own side of the map just to make sure that they don't get caught by surprise if ever BRE tries to make that sneaky smart play.
Yeah, tignan mo to Arctic, nag-set up ng 1-3-1 yung BRE with their double teleport where they're sending Jaime to the top side. Light will get a chunk of damage here, but there's gonna come a point in this game where Light will just be super tanky on this castle. He picked up the Merc Threads. He's stacking his Rod of Ages. So pag nakompleto na yung kanya Seraph's Bridge, wait, hold that thought!
Oh, Jaime gets suppressed and gets collapsed on, obliterated by Imperium Pro Team. Hate will eventually get that shot.
Kaya kaso sinabi ko hindi nila kaya yung 1v1, diba? Hindi yun 1v1 kaya nila nahuli si Jaime. So regardless of how mobile Jaime is, if he does not pick up a QSS, ulit-ulit nilang ni Hate yun every time he has flash.
Yes, especially with a Skarner that just ramps up towards you without that fancy footwork to help you on this LeBlanc. Once it's down, it's a done deal.
Yeah, and that hurts BRE a bit here because it will buy IPT time to re-establish vision in their jungle. Up until that pick onto Jaime, BRE were controlling the red buff area of IPT, and that's very scary because IPT can face check that area with fear of Jaime assassinating them. But now that he's off the map, they can re-establish vision around that area, and that will move closer to the Baron, which is a huge objective for both of these teams.
Meanwhile, looking at what's happening here across the map para sa Barca Extra Esports, they're just trying to shove out waves here. So nakikita na natin, coming in from Lando towards the spot side, Ardai and Shana in the mid lane. Let's go ahead and see how this pans out for them though, because this is just all the more good for IPT the longer that they're able to just hold their defenses.
You know what I want to see Lando do? Is play extra aggressively here. I want him to pressure Suzuki into calling more members from IPT, really try to separate them because, yeah, he's shoving the lane constantly, but Suzuki's just matching the push. He's just clearing the wave with Gangplank's barrels. And Lando, feeling ko nag-hesitate si Lando. He's not playing as aggressively from the other Camille's that we have seen, namely JLC. You'd see JLC not hesitate. Now Lando needs to take a play out of JLC's book and play extra aggressive on this game para puntahan siya ng members of IPT because he needs to exert pressure as the split pusher on Barca Rage Esports.
In the midst of everything though, looks like Barca Rage Esports, they're trying to look for opportunities or just taking whatever waves they can, but because of how Imperium Pro Team, they've been restraining themselves a bit, not allowing any opportunities naman para dito sa Barca Rage Esports na makapick off.
Yeah, and looking at how the map has panned out here, Baron is becoming a super nice objective for both of these teams as the game goes on because they are picking up the items that they need. Kapag nakakuha na sila ng enough damage items, they can burst down this Baron. And isipin mo, Arctica, if at this stage, Barca Rage Esports gets the Baron, that means na kaya nila mag-push. Looking at IPT, the only wave clear they have is the Gangplank, and the Gangplank can't be at all three lanes at once, so having the Baron for BRE will definitely help their cause. As for IPT, pag sila yung nakakuha ng Baron, it'll allow them that bridge towards that late game na hindi makakapag-push yung BRE versus them.
Meanwhile, as you guys saw earlier, Jaime took quite a bit of damage there from Baron Nashor. We'll heal that up though, luckily, all thanks to the Hextech Gunblade. And looking at gold build-up here, man, so far, Jaime looking pretty good alongside Lando. Basically, all of the key carries for Bar 6 Rage Esports are at 5 in terms of gold. Looks like we will see a little bit of a fight here. Suzuku takes a bit of damage from Lando, who will back away safely.
Yeah, Lando, play more aggressively. I wanted to just dive Suzuku here and just possibly pick up a kill. Then if he does not, then that's unfortunate. But I want to see him play more aggressively, really try to draw away the members of IPT so that here he can go for a fight elsewhere. Speaking of fighting elsewhere,
A little bit of damage there, a few scratches here and there onto Light, pero Hate, look at that speed. He's starting to just drift this way, looking for his target right there. That's going to be the slow XDXB really expended ultimate. Looks like Hate will back away for the meantime.
yeah, I don't think Hate would want to pull the trigger there. Ayaw niya ultihan si XDXP kasi alam niya na kayang-kayang alisin ni Olaf yung CC na yun. Ang target na gusto niya dito is either si Jaime or si Shanna because they're the ones that can't cleanse out of the Skarner ultimate. But yeah, go Lando!
Yes, looks like Chiso, your wish has been granted. We're seeing a little bit of a fight here happening between Lando and Suzuku. Suzuku, he's looking very low, but Lando is taking so many turret shots. No casualty, man, sorry.
No casualty, but yeah, I want to see him dive because he can take this fight. He's a fed Camille.
Oh, speaking of risks though. Okay,
No.
They're just
Inaasa na lang tayo
teasing
ni Shanna.
a little bit of a tease right there from BRE. But looks like Shadow, you might have to be careful. Looks like will be able to retreat under the comfort of Ivos right there.
BRE, they do have a window to play around here now. Yun nga, walang ultimate si Suzuku. So if a fight does break out and Suzuku wants to be a relevant factor, he has to teleport in, which will give Lando a bit of a window to split push. So if BRE want to force a fight now, they have a bit of a window.
Let's see though, Lando is kind of lingering though. Suzuku will back away.
Alam niya dun si Lando eh. Feeling ko nakita niya pumasok sa bush.
A little bit of a combination right there. Meanwhile, Jaime just continuing to shove out this top side. Light will manage to deal with it though.
BRE though, they are slowing down here. I want to see them make an aggressive move, bait IPT into a fight and go for something because they're letting IPT farm up here and it's really not looking good for their comp. Even though they are ahead a bit of gold, IPT heavily outscales them.
Yeah, a little bit of indecisiveness coming here from BRE as far as what they should be doing. I mean, we see waves getting pushed out, but what that transitions into, we haven't really seen as
Tinutulak lang
much.
nila lahat ng pera papunta sa
Exactly.
IPT. They need to go for something or force a Baron, have Lando dive Suzuku, anything because they need to do something.
I think the tricky part here for Bar 6 Rage Esports is nakikita nga natin na continuously shoved out yung lane. Kumbaga, if they want to shove out the lanes, ideally they want to try to at least reap something out of that. Otherwise, if they're just gonna just deal with waves, at least control whatever comes into Imperium Pro Team. Because if they don't manage those waves that come into him, gaya nga ng sabi mo, it's just gonna be free farm for IPT as far as whatever waves come to them.
Yeah, we're going to that phase where it's called the Baron Dance na talagang both teams are jockeying for vision around this objective. Jaime did auto-attack the Baron pero we're not seeing BRE start it yet. Arda is not in the area. They're trying to look for a pick here pero si Shadow yung nag-face chicken. Without Jaime there, there's nobody to...
Oh, but that's gonna be a pull-in right there onto Shana. He just gets obliterated right there. And if you're in Pro Team, they could make something massive out of this. Looks like they find their target in the form of Arda. He's trying to back out. That will be the flash, but Light is just gonna chase him right then and there. But Shadow ultimately gets the kill, and what ends in a 2-0 for IPT, and this could potentially be the Baron.
Yeah, this is a 3v5 on the map. Walang bot lane yung BRE if a fight does break out. Suzuku is here as well. Now, alam ng BRE na nangyayari tong Baron. Ano kayang call nila?
And they're gonna try to contest it.
It's
Will they be
XDXP.
able to? XDXP
He does have his flash. If XDXP steals this, it would be such a huge thing.
Oh, unfortunately, that will be IPT securing Baron. Unfortunate for BRE, but all the more a blessing for IPT here. Jaime's going to try to salvage. Unfortunately, cannot take down any targets, and this will be big for all hail Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, already 30 minutes into the game and BRE made a critical error. They waited too much. I think the consolation prize here will be
Whoa.
Ivalis, but there's not enough damage.
Not enough damage indeed. Jaime just forced to deal with both Light and Shadow, and that is going to be the end of him. Lando is trying to at least salvage this fight. Does get the shutdown onto Ivalis, but Hextech made him into his death. Double kill for Light right there.
Yeah, and that might be the turning point in this game, Arctic. We mentioned that IPT heavily outscaled BRE right there. Looking for vision around the jungle, it's actually IPT that pulls the trigger first. They're the team that gets the pick. Shanna stepped too far forward and no QSS on a support Shen. It means that IPT can just pick their target, and they are rewarded with the Baron. Now they're in a driver's seat to end this game and book their ticket to the semifinals.
Man, that's gonna be another turret taken down. I'm wondering kung anong laki ng value ang makukuha ng Imperium Pro Team dito with the Baron Nashor on their side right now. Ivalice unfortunately did lose out on that buff by going down, but still, this is gonna be big.
Yeah, makukuha nila yung Mountain Drake, which will help them siege down this turret. These turrets from BRE. Ivalice did just spawn, so I think now that the AD carry is back up, IPT will begin to set up for a siege. They're gonna send Suzaku to a side lane because they really don't need a gangplank if they're gonna try and go for a push. Ang kailangan lang gawin ni Suzaku is use the cannon barrage and hold down Lando in a side lane. He needs to keep Lando busy. That's Suzaku's job at this point. So now, IPT, they're gonna push forward here. BRE, they need to defend.
Interesting enough, we did see earlier that BRE, sa nakikita natin, they were pretty much pushing out yung mga lanes details for pressure onto IPT, but at this point, they're just pushing out waves in hopes that they could fend off IPT long enough to last out this Baron buff.
Yeah, BRE, kung gusto lang i-force yung Game 5, they need to pull out all the stops here. Kailangan nilang i-outplay yung IPT because IPT have scaled up. Now their champions have the items that they need. It's nearly impossible to kill Light at this point though. Hey, he will go in.
Yeah, unfortunately, not able to make the most out of that.
We're gonna see more fighting, Arctic.
Yes, that's quite a bit of damage there. XDXP is trying to run this out. Ultimate pop by Suzaku. The rest of BRE, they're trying to back away. Shana tries to salvage XDXP, but won't be enough. That will be a total of 2 members of BRE down.
Are we gonna see a pace race?
Is it? I'm wondering because IPT, they're resolute. They're gonna go for the inhibitor. Meanwhile,
BRE
Ardai
loses this.
is juking out with Light, man. And that will be BRE going for the salvage here, but
Lando needs to defend.
They're going to try to finish this game. Jaime, he's trying to do what he can. Teleport will be popped up here by Lando as well. Are they going to pursue, though? At least try to get something out of this. Jaime, he's going to go for the route onto Shadow. Here comes Lando as well. A little moment of stasis here. Is it prolonging the inevitable, though? That's the tricky part right there. Looks like IPT will sacrifice Shadow in the process, but takes a lot in the end.
Yeah, in the end, that did get very, very messy. Nakuha ni Lando yung bot lane inhibitor ng IPT, but IPT were barreling down the mid lane. Fortunately enough, he did back away so that he could have defended. So now both inhibitors are down. No big objectives such as the Elder Drake or the Baron spawning soon. Both teams have sort of reset here, Arctic. Talagang mag-aantay na naman tayo. Let's see, can IPT find another engage like that as well? Previously onto Shanna or possibly Jaime.
Man,
Whoa, that got messy.
It's coming down to the wire. So I mean, are we going to be seeing another game that'll...
Oh, I wish.
You
I
wish.
wish na makita tayong Game 5.
We'll just have to see, though. It's still a little bit too early on to tell here because both sides, they're really fighting their hearts out.
Gusto ko marinig ulit si Vulcan na magsabi ng oh yeah, which will just be so appropriate for Game 5 as Shanna already has QSS.
Yes, luckily for Shanna, right? They're able to just foresee building that up just to avoid kapag siya ang maging target ni Hate.
Yeah, and now, since Shanna has QSS, the only targets realistically left for Hate to ult here are Lando and Jaime, but they're both slippery champions, so he really has to spend at least a flash just to get close. Man, that inhibitor take by Lando in the ball, they really bought BRE a lot of time here.
Yeah, kind of keeps the window of opportunity
Suzaku busy.
Yeah. Let's go and see what the Imperium Pro Team will make of this, though, as well as BRE. Looks like BRE, they have medyo nakaharap na sila ng confidence ulit na magkaroon ng extension dito sa Summoner's Rift. So,
yeah, but both teams at this point, none of them afford to have a member picked off. Talagang at this point, any big mistake could cost your team the game. It could cost BRE their season practically because they don't want to have their season end here yet. They want to go and force that Game 5. Ngayon, IPT, ayaw nilang paabutin sa 5 game. Pagod na sila after ng isang oras na laro eh.
Definitely.
Gusto na nilang maghapunan tapos matulog. So, ayaw nilang patagalin to.
At isipin mo, if this does proceed into a Game 5, that's gonna be a full collapse coming from RCX Rage Esports. Not enough to take down Suzaku, though.
I held my breath, Arctic. I held my breath. If Suzaku went down there, that would have been huge for BRE kasi yung gangplank lang yung source ng wave clear ng IPT. If Suzaku dies, there is nearly impossible ways for IPT to defend from a push coming from BRE.
Oh, in the midst of this, though, looks like IPT, they're gonna try to medyo magsa-start na sila mag-regain ng control dito sa side ng map nila. Nakita naman natin kung gano'ng proactive ang Varsity XRH Esports sa pag-set ng vision dito sa upper side ng mga kapan ng Imperium Pro Team. And this is going to get all the more complicated. Baron is almost up, so is Elder. What are both teams going to do?
They're gonna try and get Vision Arctic. Like you mentioned, importante ang control at this stage of the game. And it looks like Baron spawning in under a minute. Elder Dragon in a minute. This will be super intense, Arctic. These teams are battling it out to the end. BRE, gusto nila yung Game 5. Gusto nilang patagalin yung season nila. They want to hit the semifinals. And the road is being blocked by IPT now. The moment that this Baron spawns, both these teams will definitely want to head over to that area. And kapag nagdikit tong dalawang team na to, makakita tayong laban eh. Sigurado na yon.
Let's go ahead and review what's happening across the board though. So, take note, naka-cooldown pa tong teleport ni Lando. So, if ever a fight does break out, he has quite the walk to make considering he is leaning towards his bot side. Meanwhile, teleport is up for Suzaku. So, that's a little bit of an advantage for Imperium Pro Team here. Both mid laners as well, teleport up then. So there's a lot happening here.
Though Lando's teleport is up very soon, and given that Varsity XRH Esports have more vision around the Baron area, meron sila Scuttle Crab dyan eh. And actually both pits have the Scuttle Crab. So, Scuttle Crab. So that's unsweepable vision. Hindi pwedeng alisin ng IPT yung vision na binibigay niyan. So that means regardless of which objective IPT go for, makikita at malalaman ng BRE and they can respond accordingly. Now, Lando is actually soloing the Elder Drake.
Man,
He can do this. His
Meanwhile,
teleport is up soon.
Imperium Pro Team, they are starting to linger around this Baron side. A little bit caught up there in the pit though.
Wait, BRE don't have to look for a fight here.
Oh,
They need to buy enough time for Lando to finish the Elder Drake.
Varsity XRH Esports, they want to be a bit more careful. Medyo naglinger na ang Imperium Pro Team dito sa Baron and they're gonna start it off. Varsity XRH Esports, go ahead and see what they're gonna do. They go straight for light. Elder Drake
That's
has
Elder
been
down.
taken. Is that gonna be the boost that Varsity XRH Esports needs to take the fight? Baron has been taken by Imperium Pro Team. They're gonna turn things around, but look at
Here comes Lando.
go. BRE, they want to take the fight onto Imperium Pro Team. Imperium Pro Team, they're kind of grouped up here. They managed to take down Lando. BRE, are they gonna try to continue? No, they have to back away. Jaime, unfortunately, can't do much of anything, and that will end in one casualty for BRE and all the more positivity for Imperium Pro Team.
Okay, it was Elder Drake over to BRE, but Baron went over to Imperium Pro Team. This will allow them to push forward. In the end, I think IPT wisely enough did not all funnel into that choke point. They were kiting back and they all focused onto Lando the moment that he jumped in. Lahat ng damage na kayang ibato ng IPT, binato nila kay Lando, and with the Camille being a non-factor, it means that BRE have to back off. Now XDXP, he's in a bit of trouble. He needs to get away.
He's trying to walk this out. Ardai, he's trying to help him out. Jaime will join the fray as well, dealing quite a
Oh,
bit
they got
of damage.
Ivalis!
He manages to take down Ivalis. IPT, they're just starting to go back here. Will they manage to make the escape though? BRE, they're wrestling on trying to clean things up from the side of Imperium Pro Team. That's going to be 3 members of IPT taken down so far. Suzaku and Light, they're on the run for their lives.
What a clutch play by Jaime. He's trying to go for more here.
Oh, Jaime, he's not done just yet. Stand United 2. Go with the continued support right there. Light, he's trying to salvage.
You're gonna get Light.
Light,
They got him.
Ardai takes him down. Suzaku, so only surviving Imperium Pro Team, and that will be the ace for Varsity
It's still
XRH
30
Esports.
seconds for IPT. BRE, they're gonna force the game 5. All they need to do is push down the top lane.
Well, looks like Varsity XRH Esports, they heard you, Cheese, so they're gonna go for it right now. They're making their way towards top. Let's look at the death timers. Looks like...
They're gonna do it.
Are they gonna do it though? Suzaku,
It's
he's
still
almost
10
out.
seconds.
It's 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be BRE. There it goes, the inhibitor turret. That will be the inhibitor as well. This wave is coming
They're
in.
gonna do it.
BRE, they want to finish this game right here. Look at that turret. It's going down. That's Nexus turret number 1. Ladies and gents, Nexus turret number 2. Here comes Shadow and
This is
Ivalis.
going down
They're
to the
gonna try
wire.
to salvage the fight.
Hit the Nexus.
BRE, can they end this though? They're going for the
That's
Nexus.
it.
Ladies and gents.
Execute a silver script because we are headed to game 5.
Holy cow! GG, well played. Varsity XRH Esports absolutely defying the odds in this match right now. Wow! Holy guacamole, I gotta say.
Woo! Kulang na lang mo pamura ka sa dulo nung nung game na yun kasi in the end, man, Jaime putting matters into his own hands, killing Ivalis, and the moment that Zaya went down, he just ran down the rest of the members of IPT and forced that game 5. And oh my god, oh my god,
Take a moment to breathe, man. This is absolutely insane. Never have I seen a best of 5 go this intense. The absolute crazy turnaround for Barca.
Oh my god, we're gonna get to hear Vulcan say, "Oh yeah," again.
I'm looking
I'm so
forward to that,
happy.
man. But
I'm so happy, and I'm pretty sure BRE are happy as well that their season is not over. They did force the Game 5 versus IPT. Ngayon, ang tanong for IPT, did that game tilt them? Because they were so close to winning. Everything was going in their favor until that one massive pick by Jaime onto Ivals turned everything around. So moving into the last game for today, we'll just have to wait and see after we take a short break. We have been your Shoutcasters. My name is Chiso. With me is Arctic. And without Jaime there, there's nobody to...
oh, but that's gonna be a pull-in right there onto Shana. He just gets obliterated right there. And here in Pro Team, they could make something massive out of this. Looks like they find their target in the form of Arda. He's trying to back out. That will be the flash, but Light is just gonna chase him right then and there. But Shadow ultimately gets the
what?
kill. And what?
There's not enough damage!
Not enough damage indeed. Jaime just forced to deal with both Light and Shadow, and that is going to be the end of him. Lando, he's trying to at least salvage this fight. Does get the shutdown onto Ivalis, but Hextech made him into his death. Double kill for Light right there.
Yeah, and that might be the third.
We're fighting Arctic.
This.
Yes, that's quite a bit of damage there. XPXP is trying to run this out. Ultimate pop by seems like the rest of BRE. They're trying to back away. Tries to salvage XPXP, but won't be enough. That will be a total of 2 members of BRE down.
Are we going to see a base race?
Is it? I'm wondering because IPT, they're resolute. They're going to go for the inhibitor. Meanwhile,
BRE
Ardai
loses this.
is juking out with Light. Man.
And that will means that BRE have to back off now. XDXP, he's in a bit of trouble. He needs to get away.
He's trying to walk this out. Ardai, he's trying to help him out. Jaime will join this as well, dealing quite a bit of damage. He manages to take down Ivalis. IPT, they're just starting to go back here. Will they manage to make the escape though? BRE, they're resolute on trying to clean things up from the side of Imperium Pro Team. That's going to be 3 members of IPT taken down so far. Suzaku and Light, they're on the run for their life.
What a clutch play by Jaime. He's trying to go for more here.
Oh, Jaime, he's not done just yet. Stand United 2. Go with the continued support right there. Light, he's trying to salvage.
You're gonna get Light.
Light, we got him. Ardai takes him down. Suzaku, so only surviving Imperium Pro Team, and that will be the ace for Varsity XP. That's Nexus Spirit number 1. Ladies and gents, Nexus Spirit number 2. Here comes Shadow and
This is going down to the wire.
Trying to salvage the fight.
Hit the Nexus.
BRE, can they end this though? They're going for the
That's
Nexus.
it.
Ladies and gents.
Arctic and Silver Script because we are headed to Game 5.
Holy cow! GG, well played. Barcy X Rage Esports. Absolutely.